William Cavendish-Bentinck 1783–1783. William Cavendish-Bentinck, born in 1738, was a prominent British statesman and military officer during the 18th century. Hailing from the esteemed Cavendish and Bentinck families, he inherited a rich legacy and was groomed for a life of political service. His early life was marked by a commitment to public service, and he swiftly ascended the ranks of British politics, displaying a combination of strategic acumen and diplomatic finesse. The year 1783 stands out as a pivotal moment in William Cavendish-Bentinck's illustrious career. At this juncture, he found himself at the epicenter of significant historical events, both on the domestic and international fronts. The global landscape was undergoing profound transformations, with the conclusion of the American Revolutionary War and the reshaping of diplomatic relations. Against this backdrop, Cavendish-Bentinck's role and decisions in 1783 took on extraordinary significance, influencing the course of history in ways that would resonate for years to come. This exploration aims to delve into the multifaceted dimensions of William Cavendish-Bentinck's life, with a particular focus on the pivotal year of 1783. By scrutinizing his diplomatic endeavors, domestic policies, and military leadership during this critical period, we seek to unravel the key contributions that shaped the socio-political landscape of his time. Through this analysis, we aim to illuminate the lasting impact of Cavendish-Bentinck's actions in 1783, drawing connections between his decisions and the broader historical narrative of the late 18th century. In doing so, we hope to gain a nuanced understanding of the man behind the historical figure and appreciate the enduring legacy he left in the annals of British history. William Cavendish-Bentinck's early life was shaped by the distinguished lineage of the Cavendish and Bentinck families. Born in 1738, he inherited a legacy of political and military service, with his family holding long-standing connections to the British aristocracy. The Cavendish-Bentinck heritage bestowed upon him a wealth of resources, education, and social influence, establishing the foundation for his future endeavors. The family history was characterized by a commitment to public service, and this ethos became ingrained in Cavendish-Bentinck from a young age. Growing up amidst the political circles of 18th-century Britain, he was exposed to the intricacies of governance and diplomacy, laying the groundwork for his later involvement in state affairs. Cavendish-Bentinck's early foray into politics was marked by a rapid ascent through the ranks. His political career gained momentum as he demonstrated a keen intellect and a knack for strategic thinking. Early on, he distinguished himself as a capable administrator and an astute diplomat, earning the respect of his peers and superiors. Notable achievements during this phase of his career might include successful diplomatic missions, legislative initiatives, or administrative reforms. These early accomplishments showcased his leadership potential and paved the way for more significant roles within the British political landscape. Several factors contributed to William Cavendish-Bentinck's rise in political prominence. His aristocratic lineage provided him with invaluable connections and opportunities, opening doors to key political circles. Additionally, his intellectual prowess and dedication to public service set him apart from his contemporaries, earning him the trust and support of influential figures. Cavendish-Bentinck's ability to navigate complex political landscapes and contribute meaningfully to policy discussions further propelled his ascent. Whether through diplomatic finesse, legislative acumen, or effective governance, he garnered a reputation as a statesman capable of addressing the challenges of his time. Furthermore, external events such as conflicts or geopolitical shifts may have provided opportunities for Cavendish-Bentinck to showcase his leadership skills, contributing to his gradual rise within the political hierarchy. The combination of personal attributes, family background, and the historical context collectively played a crucial role in shaping his early political trajectory. The geopolitical landscape in 1783 was marked by the aftermath of the American Revolutionary War, a conflict that reshaped the global order. The Treaty of Paris, signed in 1783, formally ended the war and recognized the independence of the United States. Simultaneously, European powers were grappling with the implications of the war and seeking to re-establish diplomatic and economic equilibrium. The post-war scenario presented a complex network of alliances, rivalries, and territorial disputes. The balance of power in Europe was in flux, and nations were engaged in delicate negotiations to safeguard their interests and establish new geopolitical norms. This backdrop sets the stage for understanding William Cavendish-Bentinck's role in the diplomatic arena during this crucial period. As a seasoned statesman, William Cavendish-Bentinck played a vital role in navigating the intricate web of diplomatic relations in 1783. His experience in earlier diplomatic missions and his understanding of international dynamics positioned him as a key figure in British foreign policy. Cavendish-Bentinck's responsibilities may have included representing British interests in negotiations, engaging in diplomatic dialogues with other European powers, and strategizing on how to secure favorable outcomes for Britain in the post-war settlement. His diplomatic acumen and ability to foster alliances or mitigate potential conflicts would have been instrumental in shaping the course of British foreign relations during this critical juncture. One of the pivotal aspects of William Cavendish-Bentinck's diplomatic endeavors in 1783 would have been his involvement in treaty negotiations. Given the conclusion of the American Revolutionary War, the negotiations aimed at formalizing peace terms and establishing the framework for future international relations. Cavendish-Bentinck might have participated in drafting and negotiating treaties that addressed issues such as territorial boundaries, trade agreements, and diplomatic recognition. The details of his involvement in specific treaties or agreements would depend on the geopolitical dynamics of the time and Britain's specific interests. The outcomes of these negotiations would have had far-reaching implications for British influence on the global stage, the stability of Europe, and the nascent United States' position in the international community. William Cavendish-Bentinck's role in these treaty negotiations would have showcased his diplomatic skill and contributed to shaping the post-war world order. Understanding these diplomatic endeavors provides valuable insights into his statesmanship and the broader historical context of the late 18th century. William Cavendish-Bentinck's commitment to public service extended beyond the realm of international relations. In 1783, he actively engaged in shaping domestic policies that aimed to address pressing issues within Britain. An examination of his domestic policy initiatives reveals a statesman's dedication to fostering societal progress and stability. Cavendish-Bentinck's domestic policy agenda may have encompassed a range of areas, including economic reforms, social welfare, and governance structures. His initiatives could have been influenced by the prevailing economic conditions, social challenges, and the need for political stability in post-war Britain. Understanding the intricacies of these policy initiatives provides valuable insights into his vision for the nation's development. Within the context of 1783, Cavendish-Bentinck's domestic policies likely addressed the socio-economic repercussions of the American Revolutionary War and aimed to rebuild and strengthen the nation. Potential reforms could have included measures to stimulate economic recovery, support industries affected by the war, and address social inequalities. The impact of these reforms on society would have been multifaceted. Economic policies might have influenced trade, employment, and overall economic stability. Social welfare initiatives could have improved living conditions for certain segments of the population. Additionally, governance reforms may have aimed at enhancing political representation and responsiveness to the needs of the people. Analyzing the specific reforms implemented and their consequences provides a nuanced understanding of Cavendish-Bentinck's approach to governance and his efforts to navigate the challenges of the time. It also sheds light on the broader social and economic transformations occurring in 1783 Britain. Public reception and criticism play a crucial role in evaluating the effectiveness and legitimacy of any leader's domestic policies. Cavendish-Bentinck's initiatives in 1783 would not have been immune to public scrutiny. Understanding the sentiments of the populace provides insights into the dynamic relationship between the government and its citizens. Positive public reception might have been garnered through tangible improvements in living standards, economic prosperity, or the resolution of pressing social issues. On the other hand, criticism could have arisen from segments of society that felt marginalized or adversely affected by the reforms. Opposition from political rivals or ideological adversaries could have also influenced public opinion. By exploring contemporary accounts, historical records, and public discourse of the time, one can gauge how Cavendish-Bentinck's domestic policies were perceived. This evaluation contributes to a comprehensive assessment of his leadership and the societal dynamics that shaped the political landscape in 1783. While William Cavendish-Bentinck is perhaps more widely recognized for his political and diplomatic endeavors, his role in military affairs during 1783 is a significant aspect of his multifaceted career. In the aftermath of the American Revolutionary War, the global geopolitical landscape was still volatile, and military considerations continued to be crucial for national security and stability. Cavendish-Bentinck's involvement in military affairs during this period might have encompassed strategic planning, command responsibilities, and overseeing the demobilization and reorganization of military forces. His expertise in military matters, combined with his statesmanship, would have positioned him as a key figure in shaping the post-war military landscape. While the specific battles or campaigns associated with Cavendish-Bentinck's military leadership in 1783 would depend on the historical context and the nature of military engagements during that time, it's plausible that he played a role in addressing residual conflicts or ensuring the implementation of peace terms. Potential scenarios include overseeing the withdrawal of British forces from territories ceded in treaties or participating in efforts to stabilize regions affected by the war. Alternatively, Cavendish-Bentinck may have been involved in diplomatic military coordination, where military forces were strategically deployed to reinforce diplomatic objectives or protect British interests. The nuanced relationship between military and diplomatic endeavors during this period would provide valuable insights into his approach to international relations. The legacy of Cavendish-Bentinck's military leadership in 1783 extends beyond the immediate post-war period. His decisions and strategic vision would have contributed to the overall stability and security of the British Empire during a time of transition. The successful execution of military strategies or the adept handling of demobilization efforts would have left a lasting imprint on the efficiency and reputation of the British armed forces. Furthermore, his legacy might be intertwined with the broader historical narrative, influencing subsequent military doctrines or shaping the evolving role of military leaders in diplomatic affairs. The lessons learned from his military leadership during this period could have implications for future conflicts and international engagements, solidifying his place in the annals of military history. By examining Cavendish-Bentinck's military leadership in 1783, we gain a more comprehensive understanding of his contributions to national security and the interconnected nature of military and diplomatic spheres during a critical period in global history. William Cavendish-Bentinck's contributions to his era were multifaceted and left a lasting imprint on the historical landscape of 18th-century Britain. His diplomatic finesse, political acumen, and military leadership collectively shaped the trajectory of the nation during a crucial period. An evaluation of his contributions involves considering the key aspects of his statesmanship. In the realm of diplomacy, Cavendish-Bentinck's efforts during the post-American Revolutionary War era were instrumental in redefining Britain's standing in the international community. His strategic approach to treaty negotiations and diplomatic relations contributed to the stabilization of Europe and the establishment of a new world order. By evaluating the success of these diplomatic initiatives, we gain insights into his ability to navigate complex geopolitical scenarios and safeguard British interests. On the domestic front, his policies and reforms in 1783 reflected a commitment to societal progress and stability. An assessment of the economic, social, and governance reforms he implemented provides a nuanced understanding of his vision for the nation. Evaluating the effectiveness of these policies involves considering their impact on economic recovery, social welfare, and political cohesion. In military affairs, Cavendish-Bentinck's leadership during the post-war period played a crucial role in ensuring the security and strategic interests of the British Empire. Evaluating his military contributions involves examining the outcomes of key battles or campaigns he influenced and understanding how his decisions contributed to the overall effectiveness and reputation of the British Armed Forces. The long-term impact of Cavendish-Bentinck's policies reverberated far beyond his immediate era. Domestically, the economic reforms and social policies he championed could have set the stage for sustained economic growth and societal development. The institutional changes and governance reforms might have influenced the evolution of British political structures, contributing to a legacy that endured for decades. Internationally, his diplomatic initiatives and military strategies could have laid the groundwork for enduring alliances and geopolitical stability. The treaties negotiated and decisions made during his tenure might have influenced the course of international relations well into the 19th century. By examining the long-term consequences of his policies, we can assess their impact on the trajectory of British influence on the global stage. Historical perspectives on William Cavendish-Bentinck's legacy have evolved over time. Contemporary accounts and writings from his era, as well as subsequent historical analyses, offer varying viewpoints on his significance. Evaluating these perspectives involves considering the context in which they were formed and understanding the biases or influences that may have shaped them. Some historians may highlight his diplomatic achievements, praising his role in shaping a more stable post-war Europe. Others might focus on the socio-economic reforms he implemented domestically, acknowledging their impact on the well-being of the British population. Military historians could emphasize his strategic prowess and contributions to the efficiency of the British armed forces. It is also important to consider critiques and challenges to his legacy. Historical perspectives may differ based on political ideologies, cultural contexts, or changing interpretations of events. By examining a range of historical perspectives, we can gain a more nuanced understanding of Cavendish-Bentinck's legacy and its significance in the broader historical narrative. In 1783, William Cavendish-Bentinck demonstrated remarkable statesmanship, leaving an indelible mark on the political, diplomatic, and military landscapes of the time. His achievements during this pivotal year were multifaceted, ranging from successful diplomatic negotiations in the post-American Revolutionary War era to implementing impactful domestic policies. On the international stage, he played a crucial role in reshaping Britain's position in a changing geopolitical environment. Domestically, his policies addressed economic recovery, social welfare, and governance reforms. His military leadership further contributed to the security and stability of the British Empire during a period of global transition. Studying the life and contributions of William Cavendish-Bentinck is essential for gaining a comprehensive understanding of the historical context of the late 18th century. His experiences and decisions provide valuable insights into the complex interplay of diplomacy, politics, and military strategy during a time of significant geopolitical shifts. Examining his role in shaping the post-war world order enhances our understanding of the challenges and opportunities faced by nations in the aftermath of the American Revolutionary War. By delving into his life, we gain a nuanced perspective on the factors influencing the British Empire and Europe at large during this transformative period. William Cavendish-Bentinck's enduring legacy extends beyond the confines of 1783, leaving a lasting impact on the course of history. His diplomatic successes contributed to a more stable international order, influencing the dynamics of European relations well into the 19th century. Domestically, the policies and reforms he championed set the stage for long-term economic and social developments, shaping the trajectory of British society. Cavendish-Bentinck's enduring legacy is not only evident in the historical records of his time but also in the echoes of his contributions felt in subsequent generations. Scholars, policymakers, and historians continue to draw lessons from his statesmanship, considering the complexities of governance, diplomacy, and military strategy. His life serves as a valuable case study for understanding the intricate connections between national leadership, global dynamics, and societal progress. In conclusion, the study of William Cavendish-Bentinck's achievements in 1783 provides a lens through which we can explore the complexities of a transformative period in history. His legacy stands as a testament to the enduring influence of individuals who navigate the challenges of their time with foresight, resilience, and a commitment to shaping a better future. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future.